Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some kind of crazy news, and I say that every video, but this actual one is the probably biggest and most strangest random crossover here, where we now have a brand new PlayStation 5 console. I guess for lack of better terms, it actually is a proper, brand new, legitimate new console. Kind of cool, I mean, at the end of the day. So we're going to talk about this, talk about one of the biggest random collaborations now with LeBron James, which I was also not expecting, to be fully honest with you guys. Yeah, I have, dude, this is a weird video, but it's cool. And we also have some other kind of interesting news also with the discussions of a big interview going on with Sony themselves on how they kind of plan on even introducing brand new other different consoles and systems, VRs, and everything else. So we just have a lot of little random things to go talk about all throughout this video. So if you also stay back, relax, and enjoy it as well, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We have the Twitter and Twitch room down below. We have the Target Amazon links down below, and we'll give you more details on this crazy, most random new console coming too whenever it actually officially comes on out. So we'll give you guys all the details with that. So make sure you guys are subscribed. Like I said, all the usual South stuff, Twitter stuff down below, and well, let me know your thoughts. So first and foremost, as of today, I don't know why this is the most random combination ever, but PlayStation and the man himself, LeBron James, team up on limited edition PlayStation 5 accessories. And yeah, I don't know why this is a thing. It's just now they just have brand new stuff when it comes to consoles, when it comes to covers, when it comes to controllers, and everything else in between. And it does look, in my honest opinion, kind of cool. You guys can see like the graffiti type style branding over here too as well. Nothing is given, everything is earned. As you guys can see, we're on this for the cases and the points and everything else. And apparently it might be a nice limited edition thing. So I'm kind of dope. I think that's cool. I think so far my first little impressions looking at this stuff, I'd be a little bit tempted to go buy it. I've always been a big fan of the black aesthetic and kind of making it nice and clean, so I kind of dig it. So first look at the special collaboration with the sports icon and the PlayStation Playmaker. So at PlayStation, we've always relished the chance to collaborate creatively with cultural leaders who redefine what it means to play and live life without limits. That's why we recently unveiled our new PlayStation Playmakers program, which you can read about there, if you don't care about that stuff. But today they're actually humbled to announce a limited edition PlayStation 5 console cover and a DualSense wireless controller collaboratively designed with PlayStation Playmaker, sports icon, philanthropist, entrepreneur, and part-time God of War, LeBron James. So once again, like, was this in anyone's bingo card here? Because I really don't think, what is this? Like, it's cool. It's not a bad thing. This is like the most random weird announcement we saw earlier on today with technically a brand new console. I'm very intrigued. So these specially designed PS5 accessories, which feature elements inspired by LeBron and his love for gaming and community, will be available as a limited release in select countries globally. So if you guys are in the countries that these are accepted on, don't know what to tell you. As a PlayStation Playmaker, LeBron co-designed the PS5 console cover and DualSense wireless controller with personal imagery and adages that have been meaningful throughout his journey. So, kind of cool to see. You guys can even see the little spinning GIF over here. I think this looks cool. Like, I generally think this looks actually absolutely dope, and I don't know, I just like it. So I like the color scheme. I always like the black and other type of color, like popping color, aesthetics, all that type of stuff. But you guys can see like the crowns, the everything is given, nothing is earned, or everything is earned. Like, it's just cool. I like the idea of this a lot. So basically they are saying that my design might be changed, but if they're making a blog post, going public, talking about all this type of stuff, in theory, it's probably be pretty much the final design. So here's a word from LeBron about what the collaboration means to him. It's still crazy to think a kid from Akron who grew up playing games is getting to create something like this. Designing a console cover and controller with PlayStation that gives a nod to my I Promise students and where we come from is a pretty cool thing. I hope it's something that continues to inspire everyone who touches it and that they have a little fun finding meaning in every detail. Bro, this is like one of the coolest things ever, because just imagine you're someone like LeBron and you're literally now on a PlayStation. Like, you're literally doing a console drop. You know how cool this would be at the end of the day? I think that's sick. So, from his record-breaking achievements in basketball to his extraordinary efforts to lift his community, LeBron is an inspiration to many of us at PlayStation. We couldn't have asked for a more ideal partner to be the first ever collaborator to design limited edition PlayStation products. It was great to see LeBron's vision for the design come to life and showcase his passions for gaming and community. We hope PlayStation fans will love this design as much as we enjoyed helping create it. Fans in select markets will be able to pre-order the accessories exclusively through the PlayStation.com, like basically the PlayStation PlayStation Direct. If you guys have ever had a chance to go and see that, if you guys ever done things like the PlayStation Direct for the queues or the consoles or whatever, it's usually, hopefully, a seamless process, although with something as big as Lebron, this actually might become a collector's item. Depends on how much stock they have and how long the run through goes. But we saw a lot of the other controllers and other things selling out pretty quick. And, well, it's been kind of hard to sometimes find these limited edition things with all the, well, scalpers and such. So it's just the beginning of PlayStation Playmakers. We look forward to spotlighting more stories from this dynamic and evolving network of talent who are passionate about sharing their love for PlayStation and video games with the world. They represent some of today's most exciting creators, athletes, actors, artists, gamers, and entertainers. PlayStation Playmakers is part of our journey to inspiring gaming fans and prove the power of play. So let me know first and foremost if you guys like this, because this is technically, I guess I'll maybe put like new console in the title. It's just more of a console cover, console skin, limited edition drop. The controller's dope though too. I want to hear your thoughts and comments, because I kind of want to buy this. I mean, if it's also a decent price, not like $500, I'm a little bit tempted. And as well, we kind of were talking about other stuff too. I would want to see more custom consoles, more custom covers, more custom everything, because to me, this is cool. Like, it lets you actually go and customize what you're playing and what you're doing. I like this. I approve of this. I think it's a cool announcement. I like this vibe a lot. So, in case you guys kind of missed this one, Sony also has actually been making some big kind of moves and statements in regards to PlayStation VR 2 and the future of all their accessory and accessory components, saying Sony's third-party plan to make PlayStation the best place to play. Sean Benson lays out the Sony Interactive's third-party portfolio strategy and how it changes between console, VR, and PC. So Beardson has been with Sony in a portfolio role since early 2017, took over her current title in 2021. Speaking of with games industry as well, I just want to go and talk about all the details, stating, in the time that I joined, I was watching my predecessor manage the team. He was really focused on driving value for the masses in our PS4 audience. It was also really focused on the PSVR, which kind of makes sense for PSVR 2. A lot of partnerships were really about driving engagement on the platform, so the types of games we brought would tell that breadth and depth story and showcase some of the innovations on PS4. Since then, we have been other people who have taken the role, and I've seen the evolution within the time frame. The shift really focused and moved over to content acquisition from a future technologies perspective. So we're all really focused in trying to drive a lot of excitement around the launch of PS5 and making PS5 to be that best place to play. A lot of content we would focus on involved based off that. So different business models and kind of games are coming to the market have also changed their thoughts as well, which makes sense, like as people like say BRs over time or live service over time, it changes. In the past, we look at things that were closer to release because they wouldn't be known quantities and so forth. The way I led my team now is that a lot more future thinking and thinking about what does the next 3 to 5 years look like from the gaming perspective. And that's why I think a lot of folks are curious, because they're trying their best to go push into these ideas of like, what do we want to make next? Like, what's gonna be the next big trend? So one of the biggest splashes a platform holder can make on third-party front is exclusivity. And that's why they also are trying to do big things on making specific games like Last of Us or God of War, etc. Saying there's room for exclusives where it makes sense, obviously, but really the focus, especially with the digital distribution model that is more prevalent than the generations past, is that there are different types of gameplay out there, Benson says. For example, a free-to-play games business model is most successful when it's on as many platforms as possible, so you get more microtransactions and players too as well. So they're trying their best to go get as many people if they possibly can to different things. So that's thinking about it less than exclusivity, than more about what kind of technologies could they adopt to really make the PS5 sing. What kind of innovation can they apply with the haptics and the DualSense or the adaptive triggers? What could they do with 3D audio to make the sound design of a game better? And these are the kind of thing, the big things a lot of folks note on, because it's true. Like, what can you like basically utilize your Pro controllers or your headsets or your adaptive feedback or VR to make it even better? And they want these to go and basically make these better. Like they say, if it's good for the PlayStation Store, they want to push it. And they're also saying too, for the PlayStation VR, they want to go big. They want to have this rising tide helps all ships. And I always like that mentality, where basically you have someone like them who are trying their best to go make controllers or VR or whatever it might be, and then it goes and grows. Like you have like 50 million people in the future using PS5. Then guess what? If some of those people can use the PSVR 2, it'd make a lot of sense. That's why they want to make new things or work with Lebron to get people in the system, because it just makes sense. They say in the original PSVR 2 launch window, or PS1, I was still trying to sell the premise of why develop for VR. But now they have like community, they have creators, they have teams specifically making VR and have been for quite some time. Everything else I'll put together is like, well, big. So that's cool because they have teams. They have people that are working on this stuff in the VR space. And that's kind of why they're trying to push into these new rounds, because they can springboard off the PlayStation 5 to make it seem even cooler. To say it's around how we can best support you to help bring that content to the PSVR 2, or utilizing things like adaptive feedback and triggers and stuff like that in games. And they don't necessarily have to worry about this marketing because they already have a huge platform like the PlayStation 5 itself. And although the PC is a little bit bigger, more established, and more defined with, say, Steam, they also still want to make those big pushes and strides to kind of grow out the business. And that's why they're doing things like Lebron, because they can go use that marketing to get more people buying things like accessories or controllers or consoles to make it even better. Same with their like AAA partnerships. They get more attention over here too. And they keep saying, like, they also want to make sure, though, the importance of smaller devs making these unique and special games is also very important. So we have a lot of these really intriguing things coming out over here where they're talking about the best, that they want to make their teams better. They want to invest the time, money, and effort to make these things better. They want to look at games like Stray and then Kenna and games like Sifu, who are really big IPs and unique IPs and new IPs that actually did very well because they were well made with good concepts and everything in between. So that's cool. Like, I just think that overall that's actually very nifty and very cool to see. And I like they're seeing the continued investment and everything else with all these games too overall. So cool stuff to see, and cool to see like PlayStation kind of speak out about their future. So give me your thoughts and comments down below. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We have the Twitter and Twitch room down below. We have the Target links down below. We have the Amazon links down below. We have everything else all in between. I appreciate y'all so much for watching in the first place.